To know me is to know that I love Latin food. I love the Latin culture. A lot of my friends even come from Latin America. I get the greatest amount of joy out of incorporating Latin-style food into my cooking. I discovered a new cookbook by Lorena Garcia called New Latin Classics. Lorena has created some amazing, fast, and wonderful recipes for us to share and for you to make at home. Today, I'm making Lorena's mashed potatoes with roasted garlic. This is a delicious side dish that goes great with chicken, with fish, or my favorite, roast beef. Let's get started and let me show you how to make it. The ingredients for this side dish are some white and red potatoes. I'm going to use some butter, some milk, some salt, some white pepper, olive oil, and I'm using 2 heads of garlic. So I've just sliced the tops of my garlic heads, and what I'm going to do is add a little bit of salt to both of them. And I'm using, instead of black pepper, I'm using white pepper. So let's get a little bit of twists of the white pepper. And we're going to drizzle some olive oil, and we're going to roast them in the oven for about 20 minutes. And what we want is the garlic heads to get soft so they can get oozed out into our mashed potatoes. So I'm going to wrap them into my foil, make a nice little pouch. Put it in the oven for, like I said, 20 minutes, and I've got it set at 375 degrees, and come back and get the rest of the potatoes ready. All right, let's get the potatoes quartered. So I'm just going to take each potato and just cut it in 4, and then we're going to boil it in water. Now in Lorena's cookbook, she says to use purple Peruvian potatoes. Unfortunately, I couldn't find some at my grocery store, so I opted for the white and the red. If you can get the Peruvian potatoes, by all means go for it. But the white and the red potatoes will be just as fine. Let's put it over the stove top, and let's add our boiling water. Let's get the garlic out of the oven. Perfect. Now be careful when you're opening this because the steam can be really intense. So let's take a peek here. Oh, very, very nice. Look at that. Let me open it up so you can see. So our garlic has had an opportunity to get caramelized so much that it's even oozing out of its clove. So I'm going to let it set for about 15 minutes and get the rest of the potatoes ready to be mashed. My potatoes have boiled, so I'm just putting them into a big mixing bowl, and here's where I'm going to mash them with all the other ingredients. Let's add a couple more. That looks good. So I've had my garlic, which has had an opportunity to sit and get cooled. I'm literally going to just squeeze them into my potatoes. And let's do the same thing with the other one. And because they've had an opportunity to get roasted, they should coax right out of their clove. Beautiful. Adding my butter. Nice. And then of course the milk. Some white ground pepper. That should be good. And a couple of pinches of salt. What we're going to do now is just mash everything together. Okay, our mashed potatoes are ready. Put them in a smaller serving bowl. Doesn't that look so good? I smell the garlic. So delicious. Thank you, Lorena, for creating such a delicious recipe. I encourage all of you to get Lena's cookbook, New Latin Classics, which comes out on September 27th. Enjoy!